Welcome back to Yuri Dating Simulator 2017. I have no clue. I feel like I may have been doing things wrong, but I don't know if it's one of those ones that everything I choose kind of is wrong in some way. Because it seems like I pissed off Natsuki, and I also pissed off the fuck, what's her name? I forgot now. The one that starts with an S. Now I'm upset. I don't know. I forgot the name completely. It just bounced off my brain. But I'm sure we'll see her. The one that went home last episode because she was feeling sick, quote unquote. I think it has to do with the decision I made that I said if I could walk home with Yuri, I would. Which I guess would cause an issue because if I think that would have said that if she was feeling actually sick, like if she was actually sick and not feeling well, then I would have walked home with her instead of talking to Yuri. So this is like a double-edged sword, I feel like. But we're going to keep jumping into it anyway. As always, okie dokie, let's get back to Doki Doki. But, or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. Yes! It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. Keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we even been texting occasionally. She's been extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't too long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard anything Saori since she left the club earlier today. It's not like we text each other at a time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between Saori said and what Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Saori's feeling aside when she might need me. I decided to visit Saori before Yuri came over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like I've done in the past. Once I reached her house, I knocked on the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play often, and we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Saori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's very strange of her not to run down to greet me. I head up in her bedroom and I finally find her. It's Yuri. Hi, Thomas. I sit down in her room. Saori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Saori's room has as messy as it's always been. There's a large cow. She has the same stuffed animal as wall decoration that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, I wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you not? Saori's left behind, Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Oh, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Yuri stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just want to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something is wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well, so... Saori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Thomas. Eh? Why can't I just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that same mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. So this is my punishment, isn't it? Getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. Just wants to torture me. That's not something I wouldn't be laughing at more. I grabbed Saori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Till I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ah. Haha. Saori gives me an empty smile. Really put me in a trap, Thomas, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. It's always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about? You're really just going to make me say it, Thomas, aren't you? I guess I have no choice. It's time. Thing is, oh, this is where Zach was telling me. I feel like they're all gonna have their own unique issues. I've had really bad depression all my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy in caring and waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I wanted to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Yuri kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did you really want so badly for me not to think about her? Why, Yuri? Eh? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you, even if it was only so much. There's only so much that I could do. I would try a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Thomas. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste all your effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. Feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer to everyone in their club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. The laughter throws me off. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Yuri. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Thomas. There's nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like the way it was. But I was selfish, and I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streamed down Yuri's face. I made you join the Literature Club because I was selfish, and I'm punished. I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand, and now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish, that's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Yuri's shoulders. This time I pull her in a tight embrace. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Soraya isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Soraya's arms remain at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this, Thomas. Soraya barely manages to speak before she sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want to know is that I care. If you don't have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Yuri finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Thomas. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm not feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Zuri lets me go, and she does so. I let her go as well. Festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that'd be nice then. Yeah. Sori wipes away her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all the days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my. It's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want me to come along? Do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Siri shakes your head. I'm sorry. I don't know. That'd be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright, I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Suri and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about when Yuri's about to come over too. I think Suri is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. We're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness, you're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when no one answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I'd known, I would have reassured you. Wait. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be the common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I get everything's right. I'm sure I'll be fine. Take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around. Curiosity makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so it's very considerate of you to do so. I think that's what anyone would do. We're all kind of ashamed of how our rooms are if you're just chilling them. You're embarrassed for that's why you're here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. It would be, I would have gladly helped you clean. That would have been even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. Snatch yours just before the process of opening the desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. Let go of yours, Rish. What the fuck is in there? You're just like, no! She puts both her hands firmly in her lap, making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help me with. Decorations and other atmospheric, there you go, enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements, you know, mood lighting, aromatherapy, candles. Oh wow, I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course, I want to help take a guest to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity, and for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something I like about you, actually. Is that so? See, that's the best way you can turn like a negative into a positive. If someone takes like something you meant good, just say that you like that about them. Then it kind of like goes, oh, okay, so it's not a bad thing. Even if they think so, it's like, at least they like that about me. Unless they hate that quality about themselves, then you might be in a pickle then. Makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. No need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Rummaged through her bag. She pulls out a few candles, a wind cylinder-shaped object. Is it incense, maybe? Did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. Put on the cover of the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that'd be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's with the wooding thing, though? Oh, this? Essential oils, incense, kind of same shit. It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on how the oils and herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through the small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Is that a good? That's a good way to describe it. I choose jasmine for event because it provides more than relaxation. It enhances your emotions, makes you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that'll be perfect for sharing our poems? Does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this. I trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are these for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon and hang them from the door of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper into the ribbons that create a door or a curtain. Wouldn't it be beautiful? It would be also catch the eyes of those passing by the room. It may attract some people to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it me or she's more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Thomas. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I've finished cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage both my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pours out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. Silver handle with it has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright, the thing is I'm kinda into knives. They're just so pretty. I guess, yeah, knives are pretty. I have a fair collection. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Ah, you're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense back with that one. So I have this really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? You realize her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its shapeness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Oh, Thomas! Why did you do that? Didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife's extremely. This knife is. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah, She stares at it. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without worrying, Yuri picks my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instantly pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri? It's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sure it wasn't weird. It just took me by surprise. I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? You know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do anyway. I took Yuri's hand and licked her index finger here in return. Thomas! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. It's not for the sweet aroma of the Japanese oil. The air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Tom. I haven't heard that one before. Second opponent. Beagle's shyly. You're calling me weird. I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. I think it's just a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. Tension is quickly lifted. We resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all up side by side. Certainly expecting affecting as a door curtain. It looks great! Good thinking. Going up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. If you have in mind, I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint and tablets. Oh, that's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tables. We need about 6 cups of water and put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching this for us? 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, they'll be too diluted. Rather than taking your side, decide to use small plastic bathroom cups. What are bathroom cups? Rather than full-size glasses. Put them on a plate to catch any hint of paint that drops and then bring it back into the room. Yuri, yes. I come in to seek Yuri, quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let me mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for the sunrise at daytime and then sunset at nighttime. That'd be kind of cool. Strauss will write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium, behind the front line of the classroom. Oh, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. You say so. After rolling up the banner, Yuri and Dad kneel on the opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different paint colors across the banner to serve as a color guide for when we paint. That's actually smart. This kind of reminds me of elementary school.
Painting in a bedroom with watercolors feels a lot when there were class projects we had back then. Reminds me back when my teacher would just bring in a giant piece of paper, and like when you were in like kindergarten, giant sheet of paper that would fill up like multiple desks, and then they just hand you paintbrushes and you basically just go at it. That was awesome. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean it like that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah. It is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops paying for a moment, thinking to herself, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if that's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. That's kind of me. I don't really need to do a lot of extravagant things. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel the same way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiled gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the I got that backwards. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. I don't know how long this episode's been. I've lost track of time. I just kind of record until I'm like, Anyway, I'm actually enjoying this story. It's gotten slightly dark, but not too dark. Especially the depression thing kind of sunk it down, but we're kind of back up, it feels. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move over at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Kaya! Just imagine karate chop noise. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something in my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you? Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel and dampen it with hot water. Turn my room, kneel back and down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes, an intense expression I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as she's lost in a daze, enveloped in her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? We'll find out in the next episode.